Greetings, PCGen enthusiasts. This is Andrew from the PCGen team doing a follow-up video for our Deities video that I did back in 2014. User by the handle of Reboot153 requested, Andrew, is there any chance that we could have a follow-up video showing how to load these files? This one feature is exactly what I want to do. Import deities into the program for 3.5. And I have the file created. I just have no idea where it should be or how it should be imported into the system. Well, I'm glad you asked. So under the PCGen installation folder, you will have a data folder. And inside the data folder, we have organized these by the game systems they support. This is just for organization features. You do not have to follow this at home. It does make things a lot easier. Case in point, I do have a homebrew folder here. Homebrew is a catch-all, and I have a My Pathfinder campaign. And if we go to the PCC file, which I try to put those at the very top to make it easier to find, you will find that there is a campaign tag here at the very top, and it says My Pathfinder campaign, and then there's some numbers here, 6.06.00. And then I tell the program that this only belongs in the Pathfinder game system. This ties to the game mode that we have under the system game modes folder. This is how we organize our books or data sets that's used interchangeably here. And then we also have a how to use this to explain how it's all used. Now for the My Pathfinder campaign, we actually have several of these folders hidden. I have one under Pathfinder, so if you go Data, Pathfinder, Homebrew, My Homebrew, you'll see the exact same files in the exact same order. If we go to 3.5e, there's also a Homebrew folder, and under that is a My Homebrew, and there's these files once again all set up. One thing that I want to point out for these Homebrew is they are set up ready to go for you to use right out of the box. The files are already linked, they're already turned on and active. All you need to do is go into the specific file to add the object that you would like. So if you're adding a deity, which is the case for this request, you just go into the deities file, and I already uncommented out Mozat here and updated him to the latest standards, and that was just changing the symbol tag to fact symbol, and then updating the deity weapon from tiger claws to claw, so it would load without an issue. Now, how do you load this into PCGen? PCGen has two loader screens. We set up a basic for just about everyone that just wants to get started real quick. But if you switch over to this advanced tab, My Campaign is right here, and I put it over here with the core rules. Now if you're not certain where these files are hiding, if you scroll down to the bottom of this source information, there is the file path right there, just in case you want to know where a specific PCC file is located. If I click over here, you will see that this one is located in the 3.5e Wizards of the Coast RSRD campaign, Core Book 3. So, and then you would just hit load, and it would go through its load screen. Hopefully you get this lovely green check mark that says it loaded without errors. You get the little red stop sign, then you would go into the log and look at it. Now I've already created the unnamed one character. I've given them the lawful good alignment. No stats were set, no race, no class, nothing else has been set. I just switched over to the domains, and here you can see the default none, and then there's Mozat, our deity that we added with the homebrew file. I have selected him, which is why my selection of domains is now limited to the chaos, knowledge, and animal, which if we were to look in Mozat here is chaos, knowledge, and animal. Now of note, chaos is not qualified because we're not chaotic in alignment, so the domain has a chaotic requirement, while the deity, we already met that requirement. So if I were to change the character to chaotic good, and then go back over here. Now I qualify for all 3 domains. So, a couple pro tips. The PCC file must have the right game mode and must have a unique name. This is the key for the source book, as it were. You can name it whatever you want. You can copy these folders and place them in any valid data location. And I will just emphasize that a valid data location is found in your preferences. You go to your location under the PCGen group, and you've got your data directory, which defaults to the data folder in the program directory itself. You have the vendor data directory, and you have the homebrew data directory. Those are the only 3 locations where any of these PCC files and their list files will be found and loaded from, without going into symlinks and any of the weird linking that you can do. But for general purposes, keep it under a data folder in one of these 3 locations. You can alter these, make them whatever you want. You do have to restart the program in its entirety. It doesn't discover PCC files except at boot up. There is no runtime changes. Anyways, I hope that was helpful, useful, and will empower you to use the program to its fullest capabilities. And this is Andrew from the PCGen team, signing off.